Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. If you can see the screen clearly and if you can hear me loud and clear, please go ahead and confirm in the Go to Webinar Control Panel. My name is Gil, and welcome to your morning wholesaling, lease options, marketing mastermind session. We had a pretty cool session the other day. Actually reviewed Podio. So if you guys missed the session on Monday, we actually went through Podio. Oh no, I'm sorry, this was yesterday, Wednesday. We reviewed Podio. So I showed you guys how I log into my workspace, start processing my leads, and focusing on my main priorities to make sure that the leads are being worked. Okay. Either they are in the pre-screening process since we haven't gotten them on the phone, we are attempting to set an appointment, okay, if they are or have already been pre-screened, okay, or we will just go ahead and send out an offer, whether via direct mail or emailing the offer to them. All right, I want to make sure no lead gets left behind and there's constantly a next step, and you can accomplish that in Podio by setting up a recurring task on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, or you can go ahead and set up reminders as
Okay,
well
man.
to help you have that little pop-up letting you know which leads need to be taken care of on that day. If you are a marketing client of ours, okay, or a joint venture partner, and we are doing all your pre-screening, making your follow-up calls and your outbound calls, then please make sure you are maximizing access to our telemarketing team and the virtual assistants that we have on the phone. All right. If you can't get somebody on the phone, then just assign it to the calls team and they will proceed to call that lead back up until they can pre-screen them and then assign it to you, or go ahead and book and schedule your appointment. All right. So just a friendly reminder there for those of you that is using our telemarketers and our virtual assistants. Good morning, Gil Oak. Thank you for confirming. We have think we're going to be recording a video for you for your Bird Dog Network. So fantastic. I think we got that scheduled here for tomorrow. Shakina, glad to see you live on the session. Very cool. It's been a while since we've seen you here. Some of our panelists and our regulars have just logged on. And so let's see if we can get a mic test from them, if there's been any questions, feedback, clarifications that they would like to clarify. Yes, we are still currently working on those deals. We've got 3 deals this week that we are looking to close on. 2 of which are wholesale deals. I'm just waiting on the contract and the assignment docs from escrow here today. And 1 of which we may keep for ourselves and do as a rehab. So big week this week, a lot of moving parts and things going on. Let me touch base here with Bill Rafter before we jump into our Facebook marketing continuation. Bill, how are things going on your end?
Hey, Gail, things are going good, man.
Excellent, excellent. A lot of questions coming in these days. I think on our last session, we were able to cover a lot of those objections, mostly people who are just getting started, getting stumped by a couple of seller objections, questions, or clarifications. Anything popping up from your one-on-one students or any frequently asked questions you wanted to address on today's session?
Yeah, I mean, just a review. I'm sure we've talked about this many times before, but um, the 2 biggest objections on the lease out option strategy is, sellers are concerned about getting paid and concerned about the tenant buyers tearing up the properties. And so, just generally, I'm not going to go into great detail, but just generally, just understand that those objections are going to come up almost every single time. So you need to answer those objections in your presentation. And if you'll do that, one of the ways I do that is when I'm going over the agreements with the seller, I show them in the agreements where the part about the default is covered, and then, where the part about them tearing up the property is covered. And also, I give them the example about walking into the car dealership and about going left for the rental car and right, for buying a car. And I said, obviously, somebody that buys the car is going to treat it a lot better than somebody that's going to rent a car. And relate that in the same way, the difference between a normal tenant and a tenant buyer who wants to buy the house and transition to home ownership. So be sure to answer those kinds of objections in your presentation when you're going over your agreements. And that way they just won't come up as a major objection before you get your agreements approved. Back to you, Gil.
Awesome. Thanks for clarifying that here for us. And I wouldn't stress out and worry about it, Jenny. On the first meeting, I do want to try to get a number out of the seller, definitely. But that, on the first call, on the very first appointment, especially on the first phone call, I'm looking to secure an appointment with the seller, right? So all options are open on the table. We can buy it for cash and close quickly. If they're willing to do some owner financing, great. We may be able to structure a creative financing offer. We use those as ammunition or bullet points to keep the seller interested and engaged in doing business with us, or at least enough for us to get our foot in the door, sit down at the kitchen table, and show them what their options are. Right. So we will do multiple offers in order to move that particular seller forward. I do see quite a few new people on the session. Welcome. Good morning, guys. Mr. Chris M., how's it going over there on the East Coast? And are you any updates on our last conversation with regards to putting a nice little wholesaling series here together? We're right about on our cycle where we can relaunch the Wholesaling 101 series. So do let me know if you've got any updates with regards to our last conversation. I think I saw Broker Julio on the line. I don't know if he's still on here or if he got bounced off. I think he might have gotten kicked off by accident. He's actually heading out to a property to take a look at it here for us. Let me see if we can get Henry Serrano on the line. Yes, Henry's actually going to be there at our May 31st event. So for those of you that are interested, May 31st is when we are hosting or having our very first event here. It will be held in Pasadena. Let me get the details over to you. Slots are going to be extremely limited on this one. It's not like we have a major hotel venue or anything crazy like that. But it does include lunch. It's going to run from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we will be covering the wholesaling process, documentation, how to fill out the documentation, marketing. I'm actually having Brenda Savage, who specializes in self-directed IRAs. She's coming out and we'll be doing a portion. She'll be having a little workshop on self-directed IRAs, how to use those to your advantages. And again, different little tools that, very powerful when you really understand how these work. I'm opening up a new account with them along with some of the investors that are part of this series. And it was funny because one of our wholesalers went to the bank just yesterday and was inquiring about the self-directed IRA. And nobody at the bank knew what in the world she was talking about. They thought she was just referring to just the traditional IRA. They said that the self-directed IRAs don't exist. You can't use it for real estate. All sorts of funky and fun information. Yes, we will have Ms. Savage out on May 31st. That is a Saturday. And if you check the questions portion, is your event for your JVs and membership people? Pat, actually, no. This one's going to be open to the public, so we will start advertising it later this weekend. Let me type in the details on here. We haven't released it on the website or started any promotions, but if you are interested, please contact Steve Clutch. There will be a fee that we're charging for the event. It does include lunch. I think we're going to charge like $29 for the event. That includes lunch, 9 to 5, access to the full day's worth of workshops, and any documentation that we'll be using. So marketing pieces, you get copies of those. Paperworks and contracts, you will get copies of those. We'll be focusing on it from a bird dog wholesaler standpoint, since majority of the investors that are tapped here into our network are wholesalers or are looking to scale their business. So please contact Steve Clutch. You will have to book and reserve with him. I think our maximum for the event is going to be 40 seated comfortably at the venue. I typed in the address and the phone number that you can call to reserve your slot. Look for Mr. Steve Clutch, right? We will have a sign-up page that we will set up. That way you can just buy the ticket there and make sure you're included in that list. Bill says, do you think the banks or stockbrokers would want the public to know you can set up a self-directed IRA? I don't know. I guess not. Um, you don't need a lot of money to set one up. I mean, what's your idea of a lot of money? I think the bare minimum that I had a conference call with Belinda yesterday, and she was saying, for $100 you can open up an account, right? And so different little cool ways, right? You can grow your little investment in nest egg tax free. There are ways to do it. I'm not an expert at it, which is why I'm bringing over a specialist, an expert, to show me how to set it up correctly, and how we can leverage and use that here to our advantage. So awesome. Mr. Steve Clutch is on the session. How are things going on the live seller calls series, Mr. Clutch?
Yeah, things are going well. We got one of the coaching students got out a lease option offer yesterday, and we're working on making a wholesale offer with somebody else as well.
Nice, nice, very cool to hear. So definitely some good action going on there. I think you had some good news from one of the virtual markets that you are currently in. So there looks like some closings coming up this coming May, correct?
Yeah, a couple closed, and then a couple are set to close like mid-May.
Mid-May. Fantastic, fantastic. So keep us posted on how those play out. You guys, we are sending out more direct mail here for you, and over the next today, and a mail drop on the weekend. So Mr. Johnson, Miss Susie Steris, you do have some direct mail, another drop coming out here for you today, and one on Saturday as well. Right? Hope everything is going well there on your end. And Steve, you had some interesting comments. I think we do have these live seller calls every day, right? We practice what we preach here in our business, and so do the investors and wholesalers that are closing consistently. Okay, at a bare minimum, you want to be talking to about 5 to 10 homeowners per day. That's the kind of rhythm we recommend any new person to get into as quickly as possible, so that the law of averages start to work in your favor, all right? And you're constantly talking to new leads, so you can build a big enough pipeline where you can follow up on a good number of people, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, month to month moving forward. Right? I think somebody was just watching your YouTube videos and was able to pull a contract. Did you ever take a screenshot of that, or do you have that handy somewhere for us?
I don't have it in a link. It's a hard file.
Got it. See if you can pull it up here while I transition and continue our session here on Facebook. But fantastic, great to hear some of those good things.
Yeah, it was really cool.
You should be expecting quite a few people joining the group live leads calls. They should be registering over the next week or so. So just a heads up there.
All right.
Awesome. And so let me put you back on mute here. So where are we on the Facebook campaigns? I set up a test campaign last week, specifically targeting and building up a pipeline of buyers, tenant buyers, retail buyers that I can put in my lease options funnel, or refer these buyers out to a local realtor or a broker who can help them transition and purchase a home. With the tenant buyer leads that's coming our way, and if you are marketing for them here in Los Angeles, you will come across tenant buyers that have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to put down that are looking for a home. And if you dig deeper into their situation financially and logistically, some of them can qualify much sooner than they think. So we do give them referrals and assistance to local realtors and brokers who can get them financing quickly, and so that they can jump to the front of the line and get into a home. Now, I did set up a targeted I did set up a Facebook pay-per-click campaign, and I am using a squeeze page provided by reiblackbook.com. Now, if you are interested in reiblackbook.com, they used to offer an affiliate commission. I think it's like $50 on the retail price. If this is something you want to get into or purchase, let them know that Gil from the Marketing Mastermind Group sent you over. And instead of taking a 50% commission on the ticket price, we'd like to pass on the savings to you guys so that you can purchase the software. I am no longer using Blackbook as my main CRM tool. I am actually using Podio.com as my main CRM tool, right? But we do get members that inquire and ask about this. One of the nice features of Blackbook is the fact that squeeze pages are included, and it is pretty easy to set stuff up using the Blackbook platform. But let me show you what the results are of that particular little Facebook campaign that we had set up and how I am going to tweak that and improve it. There's a concept, there's a nice little sleight of hand trick and a little extra that we put in behind our Facebook campaigns that allow us to get better conversions, and I'm going to share with you that today. And I gave you some clues yesterday, and it's called a targeted audience. So inside of Blackbook, they actually give you the option on what they call like little analytics, right? So we had 20 page views so far, and this is in the past 7 days, right? And to show you and prove to you that this is a fresh campaign, okay, here in the month of April, this is 4/1 right here. I hope I'm recording this. This is going to be good stuff for sure. Okay, so on 4/1, there's been no page views, okay? So it's tracking. The very first people that started being redirected to the squeeze page came in on 4/22. Now, let me take a look-see inside of my Facebook account on how some of how this campaign has panned out. Recently changed. 1 second. Gil, can you go back? Yeah, sure. 1 second. 1 second. So these are the page views that had come in, and it's been 5/1, so a little over 2 weeks. 28 people had seen the squeeze page, 3 people had filled it out. So my conversion rate's about 10%, right? So the whole 1%, 3% conversion on your squeeze page, I think that's absolute garbage. My best conversion rate on a squeeze page has been 65% conversion on a squeeze page. Now, if you have not seen our video training on how to design your squeeze pages, please check that out, because there's 3 main components that you need to have that we imply to our squeeze pages, which allow us to have high converting ones. And if one is missing, then obviously that's going to throw that off. But here's where we stand on that Facebook marketing campaign. 3 people have filled out the web form or the squeeze page. And this is that particular squeeze page right here. Don't let bankruptcy stand in the way of your next dream home. Now, you can apply the same principles to any marketing campaign on Facebook. I don't care if you're selling shoes, knitting services, if you provide credit repair, if you're buying houses for dirt cheap. You just have to change all the campaign names that you see on this and apply it to that particular industry and target your particular customer. Okay, so let's jump back here on Facebook, and let me see if I can open my, no, not manage page, manage ads. No, this is just a trial account. Yeah, so I can't tinker with the ones on the company one. But yes, you guys are looking inside of my Facebook account. By the way, if we're not already friends on Facebook, please go ahead and add me. It is FB Gil, Foxtrot Bravo, GIL, FB, Foxtrot Bravo, Golf India Lima.com, FBGil.com, and that will link you to my Facebook page. All right. So we set up this campaign, like I mentioned, on 4/22, right? That's the day we had sent it up. All right. So what am I doing right now? Somebody just said, Gil, we just joined in. What the heck's going on? We're seeing graphs. You've never shown graphs before. I haven't. I've never shared any details on our Facebook marketing until the last week. But website clicks, I got 19 clicks on my ad. I am reaching 193 people. These 193 people are seeing it 99 times, right? So the frequency on them seeing my ad, the familiarity is definitely building up. How much have I spent so far? I've spent $40, give or take, for these particular leads. average cost per website click, it's costing me about $2 at the moment. Now, I have picked up 3 leads from the campaign, right? So I am converting these leads. That's not my page views. What happened to my page views? Oh, sorry. Let's put it 30 days so we get the whole gamut. There we go. 28 page views. So I've picked up 3 leads from that campaign. I spent $50 and now I have 3 leads off of that campaign. I know I have a 10% conversion rate and I want to bump this up. I want to have a minimum 30% conversion rate. So I'm going to tweak a few things today on this particular session, take some killer notes. We will record this. But the tricky thing with Facebook is once this spreads out and we post it online, everybody starts doing it. So it jacks up the prices. So the sooner you implement this, the sooner it would, you can target some, you can get better cost per your money. Now I want to get my cost per click all the way down below about $1. Okay, just so you have a heads up there. How am I going to improve this particular campaign? I am going to switch it up and apply what we call Facebook custom audience, right? So custom audiences and goals, where do you find that? The custom audience and goal is over here inside your, if I click on manage ads, okay, it's going to pop up here on the left-hand side, okay, audiences, okay. So I'm going to click on audiences and it says here, manage your audiences. Now, what is this? This is a nice little feature inside of Facebook pay-per-click ads that I have found a lot of people have never heard of or don't even use or maximize. Here's how custom audiences work. You can specifically target a certain market, and here's how I would use that. My particular campaign, I'm looking to sign up or get leads for tenants, tenant buyers, credit repair, lease option tenant buyers, and retail buyers, right? So those are the types of leads I'm trying to attract with this campaign based on the squeeze page. But you can have any type of squeeze page. You can design this for motivated sellers, out-of-town land, inherited owners, distressed homeowners who may have had a medical emergency. You can create this for any campaign. But just to be clear on what my goal is and the type of campaign I am designing here, so if you're watching the replay, you can follow along here step by step. Now, who am I going to, what type of custom audience am I going to build, right? I use the example of Lexington Law. Okay, Lexington Law is a credit repair, improve your credit type of company, okay? And so if I go to their website, clients, lexingtonlaw.com, these are, well, no, I just want to go to the main site, not the client site, actually. Lexington Law, these are people trying to improve their own credit scores. They're doing it themselves. They're working with a vendor to go ahead and help them improve their credit scores, right? So if I'm looking for a tenant buyer, I want a tenant buyer that is already in credit repair or has something to do remotely with credit repair. So I want to target people that are liking Facebook fan pages that have to do with credit repair, that have to do with home ownership, that have to do with wanting to transition into a home or some sort of tenant buyer, rent to own type of strategy, okay? Because I know that's my target customer. Now, how do I know what the demographics are for people visiting lexingtonlaw.com? We had a session on this, but let me refresh your memory. In order for me to build out my custom audience or know what my demographics is, I'm going to go to websites like quantcast.com. Okay. And this will lexingtonlaw.com. Okay. All right, so it doesn't look like they're on quantcast.com. If they're not on quantcast.com, we'll go to alexa.com. See if we can get some info. Bingo. All right. So they are ranked really high, right? 4,000 here. And if I go down, this is now the demographics. These are the people that are going to lexingtonlaw.com. So when I design my Facebook marketing campaign, I can adjust my demographics and mirror what I see on here, right? Because this is the demographics of homeowners, of people that are visiting lexingtonlaw.com or visiting any credit repair site. All right. So I'm reverse engineering. I'm kind of doing a ninja strategy here on finding out where my target customers are in the online space so that my Facebook campaign, I can have a more targeted and lower cost per lead in acquiring leads off of Facebook, right? And this will also tell you where their leads are coming from. 22% of their traffic is coming from google.com. So I may want to start advertising on Google, seeing that a lot of their traffic comes from Google. But this is where I will pull the demographics on this particular, for my Facebook marketing campaigns. I'll go to alexa.com or Quantcast, take a look at the demographics, and then use that as a guide in designing my campaigns, right? So you can also design and do that inside of custom audiences, right? Other ways I will use a custom audience is, let's go to facebook.com. And right inside of facebook.com, there are fan pages, right? You guys have heard of fan pages. And if I do a search here for Lexington Law Firm, all right, it shows me that there are 39,000 people that have liked lexingtonlaw.com, credit repair, improving their credit repair, that type of stuff, right? So there's 39,000 people that have liked lexingtonlawfirm.com, right? Or the Facebook fan page. So I will target and create a Facebook campaign that specifically zeroes in on the 39,000 people that I have on lexingtonlaw.com, right? And then I can continue to do a Google search on here, credit repair, and find all of, let's do this. No, that's Rowie Shavitz's page. I don't know who he is. I just wanted to search credit repair. Nope, don't know who this guy is. I'm just trying to type in credit repair, but for some reason, I keep finding people. If that doesn't work, then I just go to Google, credit repair, Facebook fan page. So Shamrock Credit Repair. I'm just doing a generic search. I'm looking for credit repair Facebook fan pages, all right? That's my target. If they're already in credit repair, great. Then I want to target people there that want to transition into home ownership. So these guys have 297 likes. This Facebook fan page has 1,400 likes. And this fan page only has 22 likes. So obviously I'm going to have to do some research to compile which credit repair fan pages have the highest volume or have high interaction or a Facebook following. And I would specifically target those people who are liking those particular campaigns. All right. Let me take this a step further with custom audiences. Our teams actually will zero in, and just like on Craigslist, where you will start to scrape information, right? Our teams actually will pull, all right, the list of people that are liking these fan pages. So for example, if I know there's 39,000 people that like Lexington Law Firm, and that's the custom audience I want to target, you can manually copy paste and see who has liked the Lexington Law Firm page. That is the free bootstrapping way. That's the hard slog, as they call it, or a way for you to, I mean, just like on Craigslist, right? You will copy paste your own leads if you're just getting started out. If you're doing Facebook marketing or you want to come up with a targeted campaign, then go ahead and start pulling, taking a look who their Facebook fans are, and start to copy those different user IDs, right? So there's different ways you can do that. You can view who's liked the page. You can also see who among your friends is following the Lexington Law Firm fan page. Everybody following along so far? Let me just take a pause here, make sure we're all on the same page. Any clarifications, right? So here's what I'm doing. I have a Facebook marketing campaign. I know what my numbers are. I'm converting my Facebook fan page right now at about 10%. I'm not happy with that. I want better. Okay. I've spent $50. I've gotten 3 leads. Now these are 3 leads that I can refer to a credit repair specialist for $100 a pop, $500 a lead. So I've already know that my worst case scenario is that I can make $100 just from these particular leads, right? Now, if I have a relationship with a credit repair company or a specialist, then it's easy to negotiate those price points or come up to an agreement, right? Bill, for example, we have Tony Wade, Trans Home Solutions. They provide credit repair. I can get on the phone with them, work out a deal where, hey, I've got these leads coming in for credit repair. Would you like to buy them from us? Or if you do, you can only sell your leads if you have a track record of providing good leads. So for those of you that are at that point or know how to sell and are savvy marketers, you can negotiate that deal. If you're just getting started out, you may, don't be too aggressive on trying to charge per lead right away. You can go ahead and, refer them out. And if it turns into a client, then there's money in, then yes, you can set the expectation that you can carve out a referral fee because there's additional revenue coming in and there is money that can be paid out to you, right? You can also take it down a notch. So I've spent about $50, right? $50 divided by 3 leads, $16. So I can sell these leads for $20, a name and a number or whatever web form I've designed to fill out. Does that make sense? So I'm starting to improve my campaign and I want to come up with a targeted audience. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking a look at fan pages that people are viewing online where my targeted audience is so that I can prove the demographics, my target market on Facebook marketing, or I can simply copy the people that have liked the fan page, all right? And then I would manually enter in those different user IDs. And let me show you how that works here in the campaign audience. So let's go to custom audiences. Is everybody following along so far? All right. Manage your audience, data file, MailChimp, website app. Okay, so just go ahead and click Create Audience. Choose the type of audience you want to create on Facebook. This process is secure and details about your customer will be kept private. So there is a data file custom audience, there is a MailChimp custom audience, and a custom audience from your mobile app or custom audience from your website. I'm going to do the data file from my custom audience, okay? Now, where have I pulled this particular file? All right, again, you will go on the Facebook fan page, you will take a look at the users or people that have liked the fan page, and then you can either copy the user IDs, the phone numbers. Chances are you guys don't have phone numbers for mobile IDs. The easiest way is the user ID, right? What is a user ID? That's the name on your www Facebook one, right? Or right here, right? If I just Control-C all of this and start copying the user IDs. Okay, so in my case, I know I prepped some stuff here. Give me 1 second. Now, I don't recommend you copy all, like for example, in this campaign, somebody asked you, Gil, would you copy all 39,000 people and target that audience? I mean, that's a lot to copy paste, right? So I don't want to spend all day copying 39,000, so you can be really smart about it. Who do you want to target? You just want to target the most recent people that are liking their content or interacting with their fan page. So they posted something 4 minutes ago. 3 people have already liked it. Okay. So I know Natalie Matos, Mary Smith, Daphne Living My Life Like It's Golden Hopkins is currently online. They've liked Lexington Law. So I will copy these user IDs onto a spreadsheet. Okay. And I would upload those into my custom audience. So I don't recommend you target all 39,000 unless you have a virtual assistant that can copy all of those user IDs doing it manually for you. Okay. What I will do is I will go through the most recent 7 posts. Okay. The most recent 7 posts, because these are the people that are active online. They have been online in the last week, and so they are fresh leads. Does that make sense? As opposed to, the people, the 30,000 people that might have signed up or liked this fan page over a year ago. Does that make sense? Steve, I'm going to have you jump on here, get into a dialogue with me. Want to make sure that I'm still making some sense here. So far, are we clear on how this campaign is working?
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah, I get it.
Okay,
you know that they are interested in exactly what you're trying to do, and you reach out to them and put the ad in front of them. That's basically what's going on, right?
Exactly. Now, Lexington, somebody here typed in Gil, but if they're already in Lexington Law, Why would they still do business with us for credit repair? Well, one, you're local in the area. Lexington Law, they have some pretty high price points, or they have an entry level package of like 25 bucks a month. So if I'm working with a local credit repair specialist that can match that price or provide better service because it's a face to face, some of these tenant buyers and your leads will want to do business face to face. All right. So that's why I'm targeting Lexington Law. There's some we are local, or the credit repair company that I'm forwarding these leads to is a local company or a local specialist. So I'm going to go through a week's worth of posts, and I'm just going to target these handful of people that are liking the Facebook fan page and interacting with them. All right. So I'm going to let some of the questions stream in here a little bit and make sure we are clear. Jeffrey Hall says, great material, very ninja. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. You can use this for any type of marketing campaign. So if you're selling, if you're in the weight loss market, if you're a physical trainer, okay, then you would target people that are liking healthy food recipe fan pages, right? Because that's your target customer. You're a health and fitness instructor, okay? You're looking for people that are looking for physical training or exercise, right? So somebody that liked a fan page on how to eat healthy, over the next 30 days or a 7-day detox, that's your target customer. That's your lead. That's who you want to be talking to. That's your qualified prospect, not the 1 million people interested in fitness, right? Because imagine how much it would cost you to target all 1 million people. That would just skyrocket and go through the roof. Okay, so here I've done some of my research here last night, and I'll share with you guys some of the posts that I'm going to pull some user IDs on. Okay, this is all on Lexington Law. They have 23 people that like this, so I'm going to target those 23 people. Here is another Facebook fan page post. So I am looking for engagement, people liking, people sharing, people commenting on the post. Okay, that's what I'm looking for, right? These 31 people that's liking and people who are sharing the post. That tells me that they are active, all right? And I'm not placing my ad in front of somebody who is not a targeted prospect. So these are the 4 posts that I've identified that have people interacting with them and within the last week. Okay, so this is April 23, this is April 28. This is not. This is one of the fan page that we researched. These are examples of fan pages that do not have any engagement. Just so you know. All right. So for example, this page has 31 likes. Okay. So I've copy pasted their user IDs. Some people have their emails on their profile. So yes, you can do it that way too. But give me 1 second while I pull out my Excel file. Right? Any clarifications? Chris McCartney, how do you find their unique ID? Your unique ID, so for example, their unique ID, let me show you that here. So if I go to my Facebook page, you see this address here on the top side, right? That right there, that G.Palencia Canlas, that is the unique ID, right? That is the unique ID. And let me show you what your spreadsheet should look like when you are doing these, when you're copy pasting these unique IDs. Somebody here is already 3 steps ahead. Yeah, but yes, you are right. We are rolling that out and updating our marketing packages to include those. 1 second. I'm trying to pull up my file with my Excel files. Tony Wade. Oh, awesome. They looks like Transhome is live on the session with us here today. Fantastic. Did Broker Julio ever make it on? I think he got, I don't know, he might have called in. Mr. Broker Julio, let me know. We have... Second here, guys. Yes, I do want to show you a sample. That way you can I can place it in the notes. You can download the file, and you have a nice little tracking sheet there for you. Can you get a VA to do this? Yeah, you can definitely get a VA to do this, and I recommend you would get a virtual assistant to do it. Unless you've got time, right? I recommend trying it out first so you can appreciate the workload and the process, right? and you know what you're getting into. Whenever you outsource anything, I always recommend and tell people, hey, go through the experience first so that when you outsource, there's a clear line of communication. You know what expectations to set, and you can guide them, right? You can guide them. One second, my file's taking a little while longer here to pull. No, not on the emails. I don't think you'll be able to pull the emails off of it, right? And again, you know, if you have any question, right, how to get Facebook unique ID. Right, just kind of Google that. We're waiting for our file to open, so we got some time. How to find the Facebook ID of a user. All right. Yeah, no, I was just joking about that address on there. It's not that. All right. 1 second. Let me type in that Facebook fan page. Check out this little article on your Facebook fan page ID. Chris McCartney, I'm sending that to everyone. Go ahead and type that link out on there. All right. But no, it is a numeric ID. So your Facebook ID tracking sheet will have a list of these different numeric IDs. Check out this article so you can pull the Facebook IDs on there. But these are my user IDs. Okay. So once I've gotten my user IDs on there, or I've had my virtual assistants pull the user IDs, I am going to go back to my custom audience. Okay, so name, right? Name. This is my campaign for tenant buyer, retail, credit repair leads. Description. I put the lead source where it's from. Facebook fan pages. Ideal target customer. Data type. User IDs. Okay. Facebook user IDs must be numeric characters only, no problemo. I will choose my file. And then downloads. What's the name of this file? Export comments, likes. Okay, so. Yeah, it's, no, I was just kidding about that. It's numeric IDs. There we go. No date. That's it. This is my little file right here. So I will open that. And then I will create the audience. Now, I update my target audiences on my campaigns once a week. Okay. Common questions. Can you add people to a target audience list? No, you can't. You would be creating a new list every single time. So if you want to add names onto it, you would create a new custom audience list to it. You can't edit an existing target audience. Okay, just to be clear. So I will create an audience. We found one error in your file example, user. You can choose a new file or continue, view error report. I've never seen an error report before, so drats. Okay, I think we have something wrong in this file. So we need to edit it. My problem is I don't have Excel. I already know Steve is laughing his butt off. I don't have Excel since I'm using a Mac. So what am I going to do? I will go to Google Drive.
Google Docs.
Right? Google Drive, for those of you that don't have Office or have spent all your budget in marketing, you can go into Google Docs and yeah, you can see this page. It's not a big deal. No, you can't see that page. I have other files in there. And then I just upload my file so that I can edit the template. I think what's throwing it off is it should just be a file of user ID, just the numeric numbers. It shouldn't have any text in there. So let me edit my file. No, this is all free, right? I mean, all that info is just floating around online. We've been ever since they opened up custom audiences, we have had a field day playing around with this, because again, you can do some really cool stuff with it, right? If I want to target a motivated seller, then I got to put myself in the mind of my motivated seller. What am I looking at online? What am I shopping online? And then those websites that you see that I shared with you, like Quantcast and Alexa.com, would give you the demographics, so you know where your customers are, right? So this is my little Google. So I uploaded into Google Docs. I'm going to delete my user ID row. I think it's supposed to only be text. And then I will re-download this file. Download as CSV. Okay, CSV. Okay, and we will go back to our custom audiences. Choose a new file. Hopefully this works. Yes, I have a PC and a Mac, and they both are in front of me. 948, is this us? Is this the file? Why is it so many? Yeah, I'm guessing that's it. 948, so it should be the most recent one. Yeah, 948, that's when we downloaded it. All right, so there we go. So it happens pretty quick. I uploaded it in my data file, okay? And tenant buyer, retail credit repair, waiting availability. Okay, so now it's going to populate, right? It's got to register here in the system. I don't know, maybe will it break if I press refresh? Reach people who visit your website, ta-da, and we are ready and good to go. So I have 40 people that I'm targeting with this particular Facebook campaign, and I'm okay with that for now, right? I am targeting, so let's see, let's compare campaigns, right? Let me compare campaigns with you guys here. So again, it makes sense. We put things into perspective. Manage ads. Okay. So in my original campaign, my reach was about 193 people. I was just targeting people in Rosemead, Temple City, in Pasadena, those like a geographic area, kind of just covering a big scope. Anybody in that particular territory, right? Now, here's the problem with that. It's like going out and standing on the sidewalk, handing out flyers to everybody that's walking by. You don't really know who's genuinely interested and who isn't. Phone calls coming in. Right? Now, on the new campaign that I've designed, I want to have at least, good question. I'm going for at least, I try to go for a minimum 100 in a targeted campaign. I'd like to be up to 1,000, right? Not everybody can get up to 1,000. If you notice, to get your user IDs, you will have to go through quite a few steps in order to get those. But hey, I'm happy knowing that my campaign is a more targeted campaign. Instead of standing on the corners handing out flyers to everybody, right? Again, if I'm a physical trainer, right, instead of standing on some random corner, it'd probably be best for me to stand outside of a store that sells health supplements, okay? Everybody walking outside of the health supplement store is likely to be working out and would be interested or, could benefit from some strength and conditioning training with a physical trainer. So I'm handing my flyers outside that store. I have a targeted audience in front of people who are likely to buy or do business with me. It saves me money on my marketing campaigns, and I know it's in front of people that are relevant. Okay, so I want to have a minimum 100 to test sample size. If you can get up to 1,000, that would be great. All right, and then from here you would simply create your ad. And then you would follow the same step-by-step series that you saw on the last Facebook video, Facebook training video that we did on the 9 a.m. webinar training session, right? You're going to go for clicks to a website, and then you just start to fill in the blanks and move forward from there. This is where your squeeze page will go, right? So again, the nice thing about your Facebook campaigns, once you have different campaigns open on there, the links are already there, right? So it saves it so that as you improve your campaign, you don't have to fill in all the blanks all over again. There's some pre-populated fields, and it'll help give you some suggestions. Chris says, "Great, thank you." No. They are numeric numbers. I just tell people that to throw them off sometimes whenever they ask me about Facebook. It is a it is a user ID is a number. It is a numeric number. Okay, it's a numeric number. And there we go. So I'm going to relaunch my campaign. I'm going to track and measure my results. I want to hit 35% minimum conversion rate. But so far, I mean, I've spent $50. I've gotten 3 leads out of it. I can sell those leads at $17 a pop and break even. Okay. I can refer them out to somebody for a referral fee if they're able to do business. Even if I only got $100 for it, then I would still be up $50. Put that into my pocket. Right? So it becomes a self-sustaining, self-liquidating campaign, right? And you can hit or get to a point where you're marketing and you're at 100% profit, right? Because you know what your numbers are, right? I know I have a 10% conversion rate, and I can work my numbers and influence that in a number of different ways. Even if I was happy with 10% conversion, depends on what I'm selling these leads at or what I'm making here on the back end. Right? Since I'm using these leads for a lease option pipeline, option deposits are about $5,000 to $10,000 a pop. So for $50 to get access to these leads, I'm pretty happy with those returns and the quality of those leads, right? The leads that I showed you on Podio, all right, those are from Craigslist, 10, 20, 30,000 a pop. Right? Now on Craigslist, it's a mixed bag of goodies. There are deals in there and there are duds. There are some major duds. Get some real weirdos and some really eccentric people on there, right? The ad clearly says we're looking for tenant buyers here in Los Angeles, and they get mad because they're looking for a house in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know. It just happens, right? But I can target people with money because of the target market, right? And now I'm dealing with somebody already in credit repair that's proactive about it, okay? So yes, maybe, that's a good point, Michelle. Not everybody on Lexington Law is trying to buy a house. That is very true, right? But if I apply my demographics, okay, knowing that my age bracket, does it give age brackets on here? I think you might have to pay for that kind of information. Yeah, I think you might have to pay. 1 second. Yeah, it's not on here. But if you do pay for it, upgrade to view. You can get access to that type of in-depth information, right? So you're right. Not everybody is interested in buying a home, but then I can just target people within a certain age bracket. I'm not going to target the 18 to 24-year-olds. I'm more likely to target 28 and up, people that are looking to transition into home ownership, if that makes sense. Right? Now, you can also get really creative with this. You can go to stuff like online dating sites and target a certain demographic. That was a phenomenal hit when we released that training on people advertising on dating websites, right? Obviously, you're looking for your soulmate. You need a bigger house, so you're about to buy a house sometime, right? You can go into online marriage certificates or party planning websites. Again, different ninja ways that you can find where your customers are that your competition is not doing, okay? Majority of your competition maybe has a Facebook fan page. Majority of you don't even have a fan page, right? So that's why this is a great little untapped niche. Make sure you stack all of that. You apply all of those, okay? You do a targeted Facebook campaign. You will apply, you do a newsfeed style post, okay? So you can get clicks and you can get opt-ins. All right. Once you have a test campaign going, or even before you just do a campaign, use the custom audience so you can zero in, and you can run multiple campaigns. I mean, I've only spent $50 in the last, when did we start this? 2 weeks, give or take, right? So that's how we have such low per unit cost. It's a highly targeted, right? I'm not going after 30,000 people that like Lexington Law. Within that group, I'm only looking for the most recent people that are online, fresh leads in the marketplace, and I constantly update that particular targeted audience. Any clarifications from the group? Brenda says, so cool, very inventive lead generation. Thank you. And definitely, so it's an ongoing campaign. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to stop this campaign, and I'm going to obviously set up a new campaign on here moving forward. Any questions before we jump off? Right? So let's summarize. Facebook fan pages. Okay, set up the Facebook pay-per-click. Do your research on the fan pages. Where are your customers? What are they doing online? Okay, go to those Facebook fan pages, compile a list of unique user IDs. All right, because that's your targeted custom audience that you're going to use later on. You're going to set up a Facebook pay-per-click campaign, apply your custom audiences, all right, and set a budget of $5 per day maximum. Okay, that way it doesn't skyrocket and go through the roof. Now, I do recommend you check it regularly, right? But I have a $5 maximum on this on my test campaign, so that I can. You can use this for any campaign. Even if you are a licensed broker, yes, different ways you can use this. I mean, it all comes down to lead generation. That's what this is about. Lead generation, putting butts in the seats, setting up appointments, getting more contracts. So you can use it for anything. Okay, and then tweak and improve that campaign on an ongoing basis. All right, let me just check my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, frequently asked question. Can we maximize seasonal events? Yes. Seasonal events work great, especially on Facebook fan pages. So, for example, Easter just came around, right? So there's a lot of different, a lot of the fan pages were used in Easter marketing, okay? So Facebook fan pages will use those. And I will see an uptick in those, right? Different marketing pieces. So compile the user IDs, go ahead and launch it. Now we are actually going to start including this in our silver package. So for those of you that were doing your text and email marketing for $97 a month, we are including pulling a list of custom audiences for the type of campaigns you're looking to do. All right. So if you are in the credit repair niche, for those of you wholesalers that are adding extra revenue or have that type of relationship with vendors, I think this will come in handy. But we can pull the user IDs. Let us know what Facebook fan pages you want to do. Somebody here asked a very good question. Gil, we are in the real estate education niche. All right, so how would you use that to your advantage? Well, here's how I would use it to my advantage. I would go to, if I'm a real estate educator, I would go to something like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the Robert Kiyosaki group, they do the financial education and training. Okay, so if I go to their fan page, there's 870 people that have liked their fan page. I think that's a book. No, we want fan page. There we go. Find all fan pages named Rich Dad Poor Dad. Bingo. Book. Oh, this is all the books. Oh, okay. So it's about a book. Yeah, so that's who I would target. What else? Fortune Builders, more recognized brand name. Fortune Builders fan page. $29,000 people, right? So if I'm in the real estate education niche, 29,000 people has liked Facebook Fortune Builders. And if you're looking for a major franchise, then yeah, you would go with something like Fortune Builders. Major franchise, big company, recognizable brand name. But if I'm offering a unique local coaching program and experience, then I would go to a page like Fortune Builders, have my marketing team and little ninjas attack this Facebook fan page and understand what's going on here. And so 6 people in the last 16 hours responded to them. There was 3 people that had shared it, right? So I would target these people, Richard Norton, these different people on here. They like the real estate education. They are in, they're in the market for real estate education. Okay. And I would set up a Facebook pay-per-click campaign here on the right-hand side, right? Or a newsfeed post and talk about the local program that we have in place. So I'm targeting people that are buying real estate products, that are buying real estate educational content and training, and putting my ad in front of them saying, hey, I am, we're setting up a local, this is a local group of wholesalers, bird dogs, investors, agents specializing in investing, come check us out. Right. I don't even have to, it doesn't just have to be if you want to sell education, if you're a rehabber. Okay, if you're a rehabber looking to build out your pipeline and have wholesale deals come to you directly, then if Fortune Builders has a top-notch quality training program, and I don't know whether or not they do. They have some pretty high ratings on here. Do your own due diligence, right? Then I can, I can let everybody know and set up a Facebook fan page, local rehabber / cash buyer looking to buy 10 deals in the next 30 days, right? Click here, you fortune builder student, you, right? Or something like that. I mean, once they see that particular ad, it clicks right away. You have a catchy image, follow our image training. You have a hook on there, local cash buyer, rehabber, wants to buy from you, the fortune builder student. I mean, that's pretty impactful if you see, I mean, it's got that, whoa, it's a targeted in your face type of message. And you drive them to your squeeze page where they can sign up and start sending you deals, or they can call you directly so that you can have a conversation and work out a pipeline of deals doing business directly with you. So again, different ways you can craft it out and use this to your advantage, but that's how I can spend a very minimal amount and start a pipeline of leads in any industry, in any niche, applicable to real estate, wholesaling, lease options, creative financing, any type of transaction. There is a campaign that will work, right? There is a campaign that you can build out on there. Now, there may be some limitations. Maybe the territory you're in, the internet's not very popular. Let's say you live in middle of nowhere, America. There's no internet, then you probably shouldn't be doing business there anyway, right? Because there's just not enough volume of transaction in order for you to do, even one deal a month. Right? So you may need to update your territory. Follow the video series that we did on how to select your target markets in order to help shape those particular campaigns. All right? So with that, guys, thanks for jumping on this session. I will check the chat line and hold for questions, any clarifications. Otherwise, this will be uploaded to the YouTube channel, so you guys can watch it on YouTube while we filter and edit the video, get it nice and cleaned up for the main website. All right? So with that, guys, one more minute here. We will hold and see what kind of questions the group has. Or if you're good to go, just type it in the questions. Say, hey, good to go, business as usual. Let me know what you think of the training, if you have any clarifications on it, right? If it's the first time you're seeing it, it may be a little bit overwhelming. Like anything brand new, it may, it'll take some adjusting to get used to. Ultimately, you will always have to test. Right? At the end of the day, my favorite outbound marketing is still going to be direct mail, regardless of any market. That seems to apply, and you can do deals in any market using direct mail. And then this would come, right behind that, online and internet marketing. Right? That's how we've been able to go into multiple territories for a very minimal amount in a marketing budget, bootstrap, test it out, see if it's something we want to immediately jump in on. Okay. Last but not the least, great training, drinking from a fire hose. Says Jeffrey Hall, good to go. Great way to start the day. Awesome. So thanks for checking this out, guys. Do more research on your campaigns, definitely. And yes, we are including that in the silver package where it's $97 a month. If we're doing your text and email marketing, we are now including this service. You will simply have to let us know what Facebook fan pages you want the virtual assistants to start farming those leads for you. All right. So have a great day today, everybody. I'll have some updates for you on those wholesale deals we're currently working on. We opened escrow on one yesterday. We are attempting to open escrow on the second today. And hopefully we will have a third open into escrow today as well. Susie, I'm going to try to give you a call here on the phone. I know you have a buyer that might make a good fit for one of the deals that we have ready to move. So with that, guys, thank you for jumping on. Let me touch base here with our content providers. Mr. Clutch, any questions on your end? You're on self-mute, by the way.
No questions. I got the link to the YouTube comment if you want to look at that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm just waiting for some of the questions to pop up on here. If there's anything, go ahead and type it in. Let's share some success stories.
It's already in there.
Chat? Is it in chat? Yes, it's in chat. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have access to.
Here's the link. Okay, Bill Rafter, Assets 101. Check out Awesome. Check out assets101.com, guys, if you want to learn more about self-directed IRAs. We are having Miss Belinda Savage. She comes highly referred by Christopher Urso. I am blown away by what Chris and his team are doing. They are flipping buildings. Yeah, they're flipping buildings like it's houses. It's crazy. But he referred Miss Belinda Savage. I have met Belinda, and we are so fortunate and lucky to have her come out on May 31st to do a workshop on self-directed iris. 40 people max, I'm thinking. We may open up maybe 10 more slots, but I think due to the room size, and we just kind of want to have a little intimate setting going on. Yes. Email hasn't gone out yet. I will announce when the email has gone out. If you want to reserve your slot ahead of time, you will need to call Steve Clutch, 619-663-8108 to get a head start, book your slot. Okay. You can check out Assets 101 if you want to learn a little bit more about that. And let me see here. Got a nice little success story here from the group component. Screenshot. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's the link to the actual session.
Yeah, that was the easiest thing for me to do.
All right, here we go. This was done 18 hours ago. Awesome. Close my first deal because of your videos. I would have never called Craigslist leads. I did a lease option literally start to finish in 2 days.
It's ridiculous, huh?
So awesome. So awesome. I mean, I guess that's what I really like and enjoy about doing the online training. And it's just I don't know, we like to simplify things, right? If you guys notice, we'll break it down to as simple as possible. It doesn't have to be that complicated. And when you set that kind of tone and expectation, the rest of the group or the people that do jump on board, look at it with that simplified, they keep things simple. They won't overcomplicate it. She went on Craigslist, talked to a lead, start to finish, 2 days. Thank you very much, Miss Jackson. I definitely appreciate that. This video that Steve had uploaded, only 11 views. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. So I got some ninja stuff going on there. And Jeffrey Hall says, thank you. Awesome, awesome sauce. Bill, anything on your end before we jump off here?
No, great session, Gil. Awesome, man. Awesome. Learned a lot, man. Appreciate it very much.
Alrighty, guys. So with that in mind, do check out the replays that will be made available on our YouTube channel. If you aren't already on the YouTube channel, it's nothing fancy. We put it together so that you guys that are looking for the replays in a quick, timely manner can get access to the replays. But there is a playlist that we have been compiling here of the sessions, so you guys can check that one out. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube playlist. And I'll type a link on here. And with that, guys, we'll have some updates for you guys on some deals we're working on by tomorrow. I am opening a new territory, so over the next 30 days, part of our training series is going to take you from step 1 in wholesaling all the way up to deals. My goal is to do 6 rehabs immediately, meaning that's going to start here within the next in the next 6 months. I like to do a deal within 30 days of dropping direct mail. So we are expecting a couple of wholesale deals to come in here in the next 30 days from that single campaign. Where we are on that, yesterday I reported that I have a broker who's reviewing my target market, making sure I'm not spending money buying leads or in a territory that is not ideal for our investing strategy, right? Or there's just nothing out there. Gil, could you send me some info on the tenant buyer that you have here in Las Vegas? The one that I mentioned yesterday. I have a Vegas and a guy that I am working with. Sure, I'll forward that to you right now. And with that, guys, thanks for jumping on. That's our session for today. And we'll hear from Broker Julio on credit repair as we move forward. And do jump on. What day is it today? Thursday. Live seller call trainings is at 3 o'clock today. And if you haven't been on that session, if you're in the group coaching component, shame on you. You got to jump on those. Those are live leads. Direct mail, Craigslist, PPC, agents, buyers, tenant buyers. That is the spectrum of leads that is covered and tackled on those sessions. Are you posting that link from Steve? Yes, I'm posting that link from Steve. Oh, you want the YouTube video? Sure. Check out Steve's posts, sign up on his channel, do subscribe. Every subscription does help. Don't abuse it. I saw that comment on there. Do not abuse the whole user ID campaign, but it can be very powerful. It can be. What are some creative things you guys are doing to drive your likes and increase the traffic to your ads? We maximize promotional seasonal materials, right, or seasonal events. So on Easter, we'll release images with like an Easter egg / chicken with a bunny, Happy Easter, we buy houses, or get your credit repair on, something like that, right? I will, on next week, I'll share our best practices when it comes to picking images and designing the different campaigns. So we'll expound on that a little bit. And, you know, how to go viral, right? How to get stuff that gets shared a lot. Because if you have an image that is catchy and it gets shared 1,000 times, then that is killer exposure for you. That is free traffic. Okay, it's only going to cost you a little time and effort to put it together. But from a dollar standpoint, having your image shared 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, really, really powerful stuff. So we'll talk about images going viral and the best practices on how to set that one up. Thank you so much for joining us here today, guys. My name is Gil on behalf of Steve and Bill, Broker Julio, Henry Serrano, Chris McCartney, our guys in the East Coast like Robert Sheeman and his group. Thanks for jumping on. We'll see you on the next live session. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.